Доброго времени суток, дорогие зрители моего канала. Меня зовут Веритас. Мы продолжаем проходить Fallout New Vegas. И я вижу, там какой-то не очень хороший человек ныкается где-то на этих горках. Или что это такое вообще? Похоже на горки. Блин, не успел достать. Ну ладно. В общем, квест, скорее всего, сегодня будет маленький. Если он будет прям совсем маленький, я, скорее всего, пройду еще один какой-нибудь. Я решил, что я хочу побыстрее закончить Fallout New Vegas и перейти к 4, потому что, по сути, нам из важного прям осталось только несколько дополнительных квестов, если я не ошибаюсь, и квесты компаньонов, и все, в общем-то, и можно идти на концовку. Какую-то мелочевку я особо выполнять уже как-то и не хочу. Ну, здравствуй.
We don't take kindly to tourists on our turf. You're gonna need to pay a fine if you want to leave in one piece. 100 caps should cover it. Fuck, we lose again. We heard Prim was ripe for the picking, so figured we could come here and shake down some of the suckers. We weren't expecting a sheriff here. We're just trying to put as many miles from NCR as we can. We don't want to be anywhere near New Vegas when the Legion crosses the river. Our luck has gone south since we lost all of our money gambling in Vegas. We didn't go AWOL from duty to become raiders. But we've seen what the Legion does to people that survive their battles. We wanted to be gone before the fighting starts. And we heard there may be some safety up in New Canaan. I'm getting tired of your chatter. Hand over 100 caps or we start using you for target practice.
Я думал, они типа уйдут просто. А, Вова, одна, что ли? Или... Блин, я в квест попал. Твою мать, ну какой же звездец тут произошел? Ну кто кидается коктейлями Молотова прям в казино? Ну дебилы. Ну дебилы.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum. Where have you been, partner? Hiding under a rock? Vicky and Vance were this nation's 4th or maybe 5th most infamous celebrity outlaw couple ever. That's who they was. Prim Slim here can tell you the whole story, if you can spare a minute to hear the tale. Yahoo! I ain't had a chance to tell their tale in a mess of years. First things first, any boss you've heard about Vicky and Vance being copycats ain't nothing but ill-tempered slander. Fact is, they begun their crime spree 2 days before Bonnie and Clyde robbed their first bank. So who was copying who? Now, true, Vicky and Vance didn't exactly cut a wide swath of murder and bank robbery across the central U.S. like Bonnie and Clyde did. It was more like a narrow swath of shoplifting, check cashing fraud, and gas pump drive-offs. But crime is crime. They drove reckless, too. Having lived by the gun, well, Vance owned one anyway. It was only fitting that the duo of desperados would die by the gun. Perhaps it was fate itself that accidentally drove them into a crossfire between police and a gang of bank robbers in Plano, Texas. Or maybe they just didn't notice until it was too late. It's been said that Vicky would have tried to cash a bad check in that bank, had she lived. We'll never know for sure. All we know is that the crossfire tore the car and both occupants to pieces, and the police issued an official apology. You can put your eyes on the genuine death car just over yonder. And there's Vance's machine gun in the case next to it.
Дайте угадаю, тут ни хрена нет. Дебил, блин. Чел,
Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum.
как бы тебе сказать?
Just mosey on over to the display case and you'll see it plain as day. Quite a piece, that gun. Mint condition, never fired.
Гениальная хрень.
Well, look at that. I happened across this data file locked away in an isolated subsystem. You got it, partner. Prim Slim. First things first. Any boss you've heard about Vicky and Vance being copycats ain't no. Fact is, they begun.
Это все понятно. А можно квест начать? Так, у меня где-то есть записка. Я ее подобрал. Угу. Westside. Мне даже пометили, где именно. Класс.
All this traveling's making me thirsty.
Я же туда иду? Нет, не туда. Я еще, кстати, посмотрю, что у меня по квестам, в принципе, взятым. Надо будет это все выполнить. Приличия ради. Гопники будут.
Oh, hello. I deliver things and stuff for the people here. They give me cabs to do it.
Ну, давайте поищем тех людей, которые затырили мое ружье. Потому что это теперь это определенно будет мое ружье. Капец, тут алкашки продается. Это что, КБ?
Howdy. Name's Bob, but folks around here call me Klamath Bob. What can I do you for?
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
О, охренеть, здорово. Ну ладно.
Welcome to the Casa Madrid. If you got an itch needs scratching, you came to the right place. Just watch how you treat the merchandise. 3 flavors to choose from: Sweetie, Maud, and Jimmy. Sweetie's the house
Понятно.
favorite for reasons that should be obvious. Maud is what you might call the discount rack. She's what a customer wears if he doesn't have the caps to afford Sweetie, or just likes them old. Jimmy's more of a specialist. I only hear good things. You know where to find me.
Ой, походу это надолго. Может, там подсказка есть, которую я упустил? Короче, я ищу не там. И эта штука подсвечена была вообще, походу, по другому квесту. Ну, там же, блин, вроде написано, что в Вестсайде. Опа. Там, походу, черт. Я вижу черта. Сюда чертила. Как же я не палюсь? Собственно, что показалось. Люблю чертей. Они так весело взрываются. О, шакалы.
Don't need this right now.
Мне кажется, вон тот или нет? Домик мне нужен. Хотя хз. А, может и вот тот. Я, походу, залез в неотмеченный квест. Ну, со всеми бывает. На!
What are you doing here, stranger? You looking to start some trouble? So, that's just one of our crimes. We're depraved, stone-cold degenerates, you know? You don't want to mess with us. Me? I'm Sammy, of Sammy and Pauline, the Wasteland's most dangerous and notorious criminal duo. You better not mess with us or you'll end up face down in a shallow grave. Simple. Up until now, we committed our crimes stealthily, leaving no evidence behind, so we never built a rep. But that's gonna change with our next score. You just wait and see. You'll have to ask Pauline about that. She's the brains of our operation. I'm the muscle.
То есть вы просто так возьмете и спалите мне свои
You
планы?
best not try any funny business, stranger. One word from me, and Vance will plant you in the ground. Why would I deny it? I was the one that hacked that cowboy robot while Vance kept him busy. Ain't the first thing we stole, won't be the last. I'm Pauline, of Sammy and Pauline, the Wasteland's most dangerous and notorious criminal couple. You'd best not mess with us, or you'll have a bullet hole where your eye used to be. We ain't never heard of you either, so the not being impressed is mutual. Come a week or so, though, and everyone will have heard of Sammy and Pauline. Just you wait. Sammy and me got our hands on a powerful weapon not too long ago. Vance's gun. You know Vance, of Vance and Vicky? That gun's our shot at the big time. We're gonna sneak it in on the strip and rob one of the casinos. Maybe all of them. We'll be known as the greatest gunslingers to ever terrorize the wastelands.
Вы сейчас говорите это буквально главе стрипа.
Really? You think so? We've only got the one gun and there's two of us. And we've never done anything like this before. We've never been on the strip either, so we don't know how many guards the casinos have. and I kept having these nightmares. What are we thinking? We're gonna get ourselves killed. Look, tell Sammy to give you the gun, all right? Just take it. I don't want it around tempting us to do something stupid.
This better be good, stranger. Really? Oh, thank God. I love that woman, but I swear this time she was gonna get us killed. The gun's in the safe. The combination's 5, 23, 34. Take it far away from here before she changes her mind.
Странные вы, ребята. Ну ладно, это довольно прикольный неотмеченный квест. Возможно, я еще буду возвращаться к этой игре, чисто чтобы выполнять неотмеченные квесты на стримах каких-нибудь. Потому что я точно знаю, что и в столичной пустоши еще остались неотмеченные квесты, которые я не трогал. Давайте сейчас подумаем, что я буду делать оставшееся время серии, потому что, ну, как-то быстренько мы с этим разобрались, а я хочу побыстрее закончить, как я и сказал. Я решил обратно вернуться в Макаран, потому что у Шу есть еще какие-то квесты. Не хочу просто сегодня выполнять какие-то прям большие квесты, связанные со спутниками, потому что на это нужно отдельное видео. Привет. Привет.
Yes, what is it?
Джейми, братишка, что у тебя есть для меня?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, the word from the ranger stations has been especially concerning lately. Sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance, and supplies just aren't reaching them. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it, and see how it is that things could be so fouled up there. It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the Strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, intel. Usually General Oliver runs the show here, but he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here.
В общем, мне опять ничего не отметили, но я отправлюсь в этот лагерь сейчас и все проверю сам. Только, блин, знать бы, где это. Forlorn Hope. Я, по-моему, там еще не был, так что давайте искать. А вот он. Недалеко от заброшенного бункера. А, это свой. Мы его не трогаем. Братюня, я пришел помогать. Ну куда вы? Не бегите. Мне кажется, мне сюда, да?
Hello? I can't believe President Kimball is dead. The last thing we needed around here was another morale hit. I've got the Legion at Nelson breathing down my neck and not enough men or supplies to get this camp into fighting shape so we can strike back. I need someone to talk to a few of the officers and help them resolve some of the problems around here. If I can get this place in order, then I can focus our efforts on taking back Nelson from the Legion. And the more that gets done around here, the more resources I'll be able to put into assaulting Nelson. Good. Let's not waste time then. Our biggest problems right now are supplies and troops, and the Legion is draining us both. Quartermaster Mays has been complaining to me non-stop about the lack of supplies. But unfortunately, we aren't getting a resupply anytime soon. I want you to speak with him and see if there's anything you can do for him.
А, вот, кстати.
Hey, you're
Race.
not one of the troopers. Got a second? I have work I need done, and nobody here at the camp has the time or inclination to help me out. I have the delightful task of tabulating stockpiles, kill ratios, mission success rates, radiation deaths, and other truly fascinating numbers. I've come across numerous inconsistencies between our numbers and our reports, especially with regards to intercepting hostiles. I'm wondering if our radio security codes have been compromised. I need someone to deliver security code upgrades to each of the ranger stations. This holotape contains the updated security codes for the ranger stations. Show it to the comm officers there. Once the new codes are in use, anyone still using the old codes will just hear static if they're listening in on our frequencies.
Ох, щит. Ну, погнали. Вот там приперлись легионеры, что ли? А, это Дутни. Тут, по-моему, один лагерь был вот прям вот тут вот. Да. Надо только запаркурить. Или тут невидимая стена? Тут же нет невидимой стены. Нету. Замечательно. И надо попытаться не убиться. Кому же мне нужно все это отдать? Привел.
I'm not supposed to let civilians just walk around this place. There better be a good reason for you being here. Very well. You can tell Reyes that this station is secure.
Сюда будет долговато переться. Ну, давайте. Кто нахрен? Опа, легионеры. Шалом, парни. Я думаю, можно сделать это повеселее. Цепная пила все делает веселее. Ну а фиг ли они мне еще сделают-то? А это у нас... Эх, ща бы какие-нибудь легионеры подорвались под руку. Но мы, скорее всего, вот уже подбираемся к лагерю, так что нет. Можно было бы, конечно, порешать там весь лагерь, но зачем? Я все-таки квест выполняю. Они прям за штабом легиона следят.
This is a military post. You sure?
Да, я в курсе, мне насрать.
Gotta wonder what the hell a civilian is doing here. What, again? Didn't I just change those damn things? Alright, fine. Show me the new codes. Ranger.
We won't go quiet.
All this traveling's making me thirsty.
Блин, и интересно, могу ли я как-нибудь перезапустить квест полностью? Было бы прикольно сейчас переиграть квест проблемы на домашнем фронте, учитывая, что он у меня в итоге не записался нормально.
This post isn't someplace a civilian ought to be. All right. She radioed ahead and mentioned that somebody was coming by. Odd that she'd send a civilian instead of a trooper, though.
Блин, с Ред Рока, конечно, далеко идти. Давайте отсюда. Черти не зареспавнились. Какая жалость. Эх, я прям представляю, как много денег мне сейчас должна Рейли за то, что я открываю эти все локации. Так, кто тут у нас? Там, походу, кассадоры. О, твою мать. А ну, нет, погодите. Я боюсь кассадоров чисто по привычке. На самом деле они мне ни хрена не сделают. Ну, как-то лишний раз уже нарвался. Там еще кассадорчики. Здесь прям до хрена кассадоров. Если бы я не был иммунным к отравлению, это было бы прям страшно. Капец, их тут до жопы. Блин, а это не та локация, где я яйца добывал. Единственная проблема, я походу опять куда-то не туда залез. Или все-таки здесь можно пройти наверх? Надеюсь, что можно. Блин, нельзя. Ладно, встретимся в лагере. Как же непривычно видеть в Нью-Вегасе лес. Ну кто же мне знал, что мне и оттуда придется делать огромный крюк через полкарты, блин. Эй, проснись.
You're here for the money. I told the Emeritus I was good for it. I just need more time. Well, yeah. I can do that. Thanks. I talked to the cashier at Gamora into forwarding me some chips. I was convinced I was due for a hot streak. It didn't go so well. The Emeritus were nice and said they'd give me some time to pay them back. They also said if they had to talk to me about my debt again, they wouldn't be nice the next time. I don't want to talk about it. We were on patrol near the dam when a Legion raiding party jumped us. Didn't even have time to radio it in. I was hit in the head with a machete and knocked out. Didn't kill me, though some nights I wish it had. When I woke up, my nerve was gone. The rest of my squad was crucified, butchered, mutilated. I don't know how they missed me. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they knew they'd broken me. I gambled and drank a lot after that. Got into trouble. But the Rangers gave me a second chance instead of kicking me out. So here I am. Maybe. But thanks for saying it anyway.
Ня. И последний лагерь. Должен быть где-то тут. Капец, здесь всякой нечисти водится. Это вроде гекконы, да, красные. Огненные. О. Поселенницы. А, ну это и есть лагерь. Здоровый. Так-то. Или нет? А, это Биттер Спрингс, не лагерь. Тут родится. В Биттер Спрингс наверняка какие-то квесты есть. А, невидимая стена. Ненавижу. Здорово.
You're here to sell something. We don't want any. No problem. Hey, do me a favor when you get back to Reyes and tell her that we don't need any more damn ammo. Wouldn't mind more water, though. You think I haven't tried? Every time I do, Camp Golf acknowledges the situation. And soon after that, more ammo. We're not gonna die of thirst anytime soon, but I'd rather have too much than not enough.
Hello? Hi, are you there? Oh, right. You can't respond. Listen, I'm using your robot as a relay to get this message to you. I've picked up some unusual chatter regarding your robot. It seems that it has some information that we could use. Oh, wait, where are my manners? This is Lorenzo, a knight with the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd be very interested in examining your tech.
Hi. Sorry to break in. He sounded truly riveting. I don't want to keep you much longer, but I'd like to make a counter-suggestion. I'm with the followers of the Apocalypse. We're much more liberal about the sharing of technology than those Brotherhood people. Bring your robot to us. We'll see that whatever information it may have on it is used for the greater good.
Я бы пошел к этим, к последователям.
Welcome back. The station's been silent for quite some time now. I guess this confirms what we've all feared. Thanks for letting me know. I'll switch over all radio broadcasts to the new encrypted channels. This ought to help us stay a step ahead of any spies. Before you go, I've got another job available. We've received some disturbing reports from some of the ranger stations. Heavy casualties at Alpha, super mutant legionaries at Delta. The weirdest one has to be the Great Khans and their trained death claws at Foxtrot. These reports can't be accurate, can they? I know you've already been out there, but could you do me a solid and confirm these reports with the rangers who sent them in? Thank you, and good luck.
А, ну погнали.
President Kimball was a soldier's soldier. It's up to us to make the Legion pay for what they did.
No sudden moves, and you and I will do all right. What do you want? No, I didn't. You might hear that kind of nonsense from a drunk trooper on the strip, but not from me. The Legion doesn't have super mutants. That patrol was wiped out by its own incompetence. A couple of the troopers were fooling around with a grenade when it went off.
This is a military outpost. Why are you here? High casualties? We've had one broken ankle, but nobody at this post has died. Any injury, illness, or death gets radioed to Ranger HQ at Camp Golf. Chief Hanlon and his aides compile the reports and assign reinforcements as needed, and they're not needed here. There are other Ranger posts around. Reyes might have mixed up the report.
Чую, где-то тут жопошник сидит, который путает инфу.
This area isn't safe for civilians. You don't want to get caught by the Great Khans. You must be mistaken. I haven't filed any report like that. Trained death clause? I would have remembered that. If someone is saying I filed that report, that's a load of crap. I won't have my name attached to a clerical error. Yeah, it's a damn shame. There was a lot of talk about expelling her from the Rangers, especially once the gambling and drinking started. Being posted here is her second and last chance, and so far, I'm not impressed. Link's jumpy all the time, and the others are sick of it.
Caravan of two now.
Welcome back. I knew it. Every one of the false reports was signed off by Chief Hanlon at Camp Golf. But why would the Chief manipulate the reports? I need you to take everything we found to Chief Hanlon and confront him with it. I don't want to make this public unless we have to.
Ну что ж, жопошник найден. Давайте же с ним перетрем. Ага, мне теперь еще до лагеря гольф пилить. Красота какая. Ну ладно, там вроде тропинка есть. Доберусь как-нибудь. Если долго-долго-долго. Если долго по тропинке. Эх. Сейчас как покатаю полковник или кто он там на своей цепной пиле. Ой, там озерники купаются. За этот вечер всю карту по периметру обошел, ё-моё. О, еще пчелы. А, вот же они. О, прям в броне. В той самой. Никогда ее не носил. А красиво они тут обустроились, надо сказать.
Back west, you don't see too many of these. Lakes, I mean. Natural or man-made. Any kind, really. We neglected the dams or pumped all the water out a long time ago. Owens, Isabella, and San Luis. Drained the aquifers of everything they had. Just a lot of mud and dust now. It's a different feeling watching the sun come up over the water. Takes some getting used to. But if you're here long enough, it starts to seem normal. That's what a ranger's life is now, looking east. You must be the courier folks have been talking about. Word on the radio is that someone wronged you back in Good Springs. The Mojave has a way of burning decent people up. But it sounds like you've done right by the NCR. It's appreciated. Now what can I do for you? Interesting that she would wrangle someone else into sorting out the problem. But I suppose you're in the right place. A lot of intel comes through here. I don't know Technical Sergeant Reyes, but coordinating intel can be messy sometimes. Things get mixed up, people get confused. Heck, I get confused, and I've been doing this for a long time now. What he or she sees as a problem might be standard operating procedure. That's not to say Reyes is wrong for being concerned, but it's easy for the sand to get in your eyes out here. It's a simple system when it works. Patrol rangers radio intel to ranger stations. Comm rangers send the intel up the station chain until it reaches Camp Gulf. Then I or one of the other rangers on duty organize the data, evaluate it, and send information to camps or troopers in the field. Comm rangers might have an incomplete picture of the situation. There's a lot going on out there. Intel needs to be coordinated through Gulf so we can verify and advise appropriately. Troopers have enough to deal with. We don't want them questioning their intel. Well, the logical thing to do is to check with the patrol rangers and comm officers. Don't be too discouraged if some things don't match up. Different people see different things, and sometimes the meaning gets twisted, lost in static from person to person. This again? All right, what do you want to know? Hold on. If we're gonna have this conversation, let's go somewhere more private. Don't worry, not much bite left in this old dog.
Да, мы и так в довольно уединенном месте сейчас.
All this traveling's making me thirsty.
Hello?
All right, then.
Sorting and manipulating intelligence is what I do. It's what Rangers are supposed to do. This job isn't all gunfighting and gulping shots of whiskey, no matter what the boys and ladies out there say. You have you? Misdirection. When you're pinned down, outnumbered, and 2 days from any help, it's just about the best friend you can have. Misdirection's what saved me all these years. It's what saved us at Hoover Dam. But it's been 5 years now, and Caesar's right across that lake. He's closer now than he ever was before. I was a young man once. I know what it's like to want to fight for your home. But this isn't it.
Это, конечно, все очень круто, но ты малость перебарщиваешь.
It's never gonna end. This fight with Caesar. People back home don't know what these young men and women are in for. The Legion is the worst enemy we've ever faced. But we can't stop Caesar here. Not without getting a lot of good people killed. More than anyone cares to count up. But even if we do stop him, I don't see how we're ever gonna be able to pull out. People back home don't listen. They don't care. Senators, Brahmin barons, folks who are just trying to make it from day to day. It's been so many years that people forget about it. Conscription brings in fresh troops that die here every month, like it's routine. And even if we hold this dam, what then? Are we gonna send the NCR's men and women to die here for another 5 years? 10? Patrol the whole length of the Colorado for hundreds of miles? Holding this dam. It'll be the death of us. Creating fear and instability among the troopers without causing harm. It's the only thing I could think of to shake things up. It took some people getting killed to realize I'd gone too far. I had to stop. First thing that comes to mind is to turn me in. But that might not be the best play, all things considered. Even if your heart's in the right place, I reckon it might do a lot more harm than good. Oliver can't stand that Rangers got credit for victory at Hoover. Whatever I recommend, he does the opposite. I said I wanted us on the ridge. He put them right on the western part of the dam itself. We don't have enough firepower to hold that spot. If the troopers fall back, and they will, the Rangers will advance to cover Oliver's retreat. We lose the dam. Oliver in the center of ruin. It's a gamble either way. Even with Caesar gone, we still might not outlast the Legion. I suppose that's a risk I'll have to take. For our sake, I hope you're right. I guess that I should thank you for bringing me to my senses. So, thanks. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna walk out that door and pretend we never had this talk.
Ну что ж, не покатали мы деда на цепной пиле, ну и ладно, если вы здесь впервые, вы можете подписаться на канал, поставить лайк, нажать на колокольчик. А меня зовут Веритас, всем до новых встреч, всем пока-пока-пока-пока.